Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and this time we are going to be taking a look at your own element more closely, the air element. That's right, we're going to be looking at your mind, your thoughts, what is going on in your mind, and more specifically we're going to be focusing on your mindset. We're going to see what your current mindset is and what kind of mindset you should embody more or adopt for your highest good. Now, if you saw the last time we were taking a bit of a dive into the psyche, then you might remember that I was using different decks. I was using the Wild Unknown decks, but these decks are not the Wild Unknown decks. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and this is the Fountain Tarot. So these two decks are the ones that we're going to be using this time. And I thought I had something else to say, but I really didn't. So just a couple of notes before we get into the reading. I do want to remind you guys that this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate for every single one of you. Please just take what is for you and leave everything else behind. And also, as you're watching this reading, I'm asking you not to get too attached to these messages or to not take them overly literally, because we are dealing with the mind, we're dealing with a very abstract realm. And I mean, I know that you guys are very much at home in that, but still, even for myself, as I'm doing these readings, I kind of need to remind myself, and it gets really tricky not to get sucked into the messages and starting to read too much into them. So yeah, just don't get too attached and take the messages more so in an abstract form. Okay, so we're gonna see what your current mindset is, but sorry, one more thing I promise, and then we'll get into the cards. So I did also, as I was shuffling the tarot deck, I kept seeing the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords a lot. So I don't know, I hope that you're not like in a bad place mentally, or that you're not like anxious or stressed out or worried or panicky or anything like that. I really hope that's not the case. But it's going to be interesting to see with the tarot and with the overall feel of the cards what your actual mindset is. But yeah, it was just interesting that I felt like I really wanted to point that out, so we can see when the actual cards are out whether that's still the case. But let's get into it. Now let's get truly into it. So let's see what is your current mindset. Seriously, again. Oh, we had that with who was it? Sag? I think we had 2 cards for Sag, and they were the first ones that got 2 cards. I don't really want to take more than 1 card, but okay. We have a change in the wind in reverse with a message in a bottle as your current mindset. And we have not for you as the underlying energy, also in reverse. Okay, I want to get the other card out as well, and then we'll get into them. So I want to see what your mindset, or what the mindset that you should adopt for your highest good is. Thank you. Really? Again? Oh my god. Oh, I can't. It's, ugh. We're getting so many repeat cards. I mean, there are 52 cards in this deck, and we keep getting the same cards. Okay, I mean, these cards haven't come out, but these two definitely have several times. And we actually got that for Capricorn that I just did. We got the same card in the exact same position for Capricorn. But let me kind of feel my way through them. I'm going to see what comes up intuitively, then I'm going to walk you through what I'm feeling and sensing, and then I'm also going to read from the guidebook, and then we'll get into the tarot. So it feels like you guys are breaking some kind of cycle, and it feels like a pretty major one, actually. A pretty major one. And it seems though that even though that's kind of the process that you're in, it seems like you're not really wanting to accept the change with this, a change in the wind in reverse. It feels like there's some form of mental resistance. And with this message in a bottle, I'm getting this sense that it's like you are grasping for clues outside of you, or like you're trying to make sense and look for like reassuring messages or signs or synchronicities, trying to understand whether what is happening is actually what is supposed to be happening. Because I get a very shaky energy. Like there's not a lot of stability, there's not a lot of security. Everything feels very much kind of like up in the air and very uncertain, very uprooted, I also want to say. And again, we're talking about the mind, right? So, and it could, of course, it could translate in your circumstances as something physical and something like externally happening as well. But because we are talking about the mindset, it does feel like, it feels like your mind is kind of scrambled a bit, like all over the place. And because there's some kind of shift that is happening, most likely internally, but again, it could also manifest in your physical reality as well. You're trying to find some kind of, again, some kind of reassurance, some kind of clues or some kind of confirmation from your either from your external world, or if you are very much in touch with your own spirit guides or your own angels or higher self, if you are very spiritually inclined, then you could be trying to get confirmation through those channels or through those forms of communication as well. But with this between worlds, which is the mindset that you should embody more, it seems that it's you're being asked, or it's being suggested to you to just accept this way of like being in this liminal space right now, being in this uncertain space right now, and just allowing it to be what it is, and allowing the transformation to happen as it is, or how it's supposed to, and just releasing any like attachment or any form of control that you might be exerting right now, and just accepting things as they are, and accepting that you can't really know, you can't really feel certain, you can't really feel sure of yourself right now, because you are going through this transition or this transformation. And it is very much in flux, it's very much in motion, so nothing can be very certain and concrete at this time. But I'm also going to read from the guidebook. Let's look at number 12. There we go. A change in the wind. Essential meanings. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. But you have protection message because it's in reverse. There are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the higher good. Even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. So yeah, again, it's just because again, this is talking about the mind, right? It's just saying how this uncertainty and how this not knowing is kind of inevitable. Like you can't possibly know right now because things are in motion. Things are being put into place. But we also have 15, message in a bottle, essential meanings. Communication, a sign, a cledon. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this. Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. So again, I feel like I need to keep reminding you that this is what is happening in your own head. This is your current mindset. So again, I feel like this looking for signs, looking for omens, looking for clues is what you are doing so that you could get some kind of confirmation from the outside world that would give you some kind of reassurance, right? That would give you some kind of security, something to stand on. But again, it for some reason, I feel like it's not really successful, or you're not really, I don't feel like you're getting those messages, or like you're not getting a lot of reassurance right now. But again, it feels like that's exactly how it should be right now. That's exactly how it's meant to be right now. And that's why this Between Worlds card is over here asking you to just go with the flow. But let's look at the, again, for the guidebook as well. Let's look at number 3. Between Worlds, essential meanings, transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness, greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Just go with the flow, let it be what it is, and don't worry yourself overly about not knowing, not having the certainty, not being able to make sense of everything that is happening within you and possibly around you as well. But I want to see how your current mindset is serving you at this time and how it is restricting you. So let's get some more information. Okay, this one. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Interesting that you're getting Cups energy specifically. I actually feel this is a really strange message, but I'm kind of getting that this current mindset is helping you stay in touch with reality. It's helping you stay present in the moment and to not get carried away in like daydreams or fantasies or illusions or anything like that. Because there's just so much change and shift and chaos that you are in, that it's almost very sobering, I want to say. So it might make you realize what the truth is for you, or how you truly feel, because we have these 2 Cups cards come out. So it feels like it's very much pointing towards your feelings, your inner state of being. And yeah, and because of that, I feel like you're not really making any rash movements or any rash decisions. You're just kind of taking your time. You're taking your time, going over everything internally. So that's good. But I also want to see how this mindset is restricting you. Oh, whoa, that was so concrete. I can't. How many times is the 3 of Coins going to come out? It has come out literally for everyone today. I did the started with Sag and then did the Capricorn reading just before you guys, and both of them had the 3 of Coins, and I know that the 3 of Coins has come out before that as well. The 3 of Coins is probably the one card that has come out the most often. But you also get the Fountain in reverse and the Knight of Coins in reverse. How funny is that you get the 2 knights coming out as the underlying energy and both in reverse? But We have the Fountain with the Three of Coins. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's interesting, but you're kind of getting that the same message that you got with the serving part. So it's kind of like a twofold message, which is interesting. I mean, so this staying put, not being able to like actually create anything. I feel like there's some kind of like pause that you are almost forced to take, where you're not like actively doing something, or you're not actively expressing yourself. It's allowing you to be more deliberate with what you do and where you put your energy and effort into, but it's also not allowing you to create as much as you would probably like to if I could get the words out, with the Fountain in reverse here. This feels like there is something, like there's so much potential, so much creativity that is waiting to like burst out of you. It's waiting to be expressed, but right now with the Three of Coins in reverse, it feels like it doesn't really have an outlet. Like you can't do that. You can't build anything, or you can't initiate anything. You can't expand, you can't grow, you can't collaborate and put this, whatever this is within you, this creativity, this potential, into actual physical form. It seems that you're kind of, again, you're just forced to be in this quote-unquote stagnant state for a while, or for a bit, as you're going through this change, as you're going through this shift. But let's look at the new mindset, quote-unquote new mindset. Let's see what this would help heal within you. What would this new mindset help heal within Aquarius? That card took such a crazy spin. Oh my god, the Knight of Wands. Wow. Wow. And the Page of Wands in reverse. You've seriously... Okay. Oh yeah, and this is the third night that we've gotten so far. And all the underlying energies have been court cards, which is also something to note. So with this, like, more so going with the flow and just letting yourself be carried and shifted the way that the universe or God or spirit or source, whoever you resonate with, intends to, it kind of seems like you're getting some form of like spark back, or enthusiasm back, or it's just it's kind of like it's just going to be easier for you, I feel like, with this Knight of Wands. It's not going to seem so like dampening and confusing and like difficult. I feel like it's going to help heal this sense of not knowing how to be and not knowing how to express yourself. It's going to help heal that aspect within you. Give you back this, like, a certain level of confidence, I feel like, with this Knight of Wands. Or at least this more careless, more carefree way of being, where you're not as affected by your surroundings and by the changes that are taking place. And yeah, I feel like it's just going to restore some kind of participation for you, because the Knights are about movement and action, and especially the Knight of Wands, very fiery, very passionate, very much expressive. With these kinds of or reversed and more stagnant, more stuck energies, it's a very refreshed it's a very refreshed energy on this side. But I also want to see what kind of future prospects this mindset would open up for you. Oh my goodness. We have the Tower. We have the Tower and the Three of Wands in reverse. What is this? The Three of Wands and the Three of Coins have been coming out so much. It's just, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. 3 seems to be a very important number because it keeps popping up all the time. Like, again, we have the Three of Wands over here. We have the Three of Coins over here. We have number 12 over here, which reduces down to 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. We have number 3 over here. So it just keeps popping up. So I feel like with the Tower being here, I feel like it's going to allow you to release any unnecessary attachments, any unnecessary worries, any unnecessary baggage that you don't really need. It's going to make you see things from a more clear, from a more undisrupted, I'm not sure whether that's the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Undisrupted point of view. I just feel like it's going to have this somewhat like freeing effect where you'll be able to release all these like more tension and worrisome, or more tense, I should say, more tense and worrisome energies, and energies that are being accompanied or that are coming along with this mindset of not being able to make sense of things, and not being able to grasp things, and like pick them apart and put them in a logical order for yourself. It's just going to take that kind of attachment away and leave you much less burdened, much less weighed down. This is pretty cool. And also, now that I actually look at it, it kind of makes sense with this energy, right? With this more, I don't want to say anxious, but it's just like not really feeling very comfortable with the changes that are happening, and trying to grasp for some form of like security and stability. It actually makes sense that I kept seeing the 8 and the 9 of Swords in the tarot deck, even though we don't have any of them out here. It's very much the same kind of energy. So yeah, just be mindful of that being happening in your head, and messing with your mind, and just yeah, well, it's up to you if you decide to take this message on board and try and adopt this way of thinking. But that's kind of what is being suggested for your highest good. But I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed this, if this resonated with you, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.